Hi, beautiful people. This is Venus and the moon kissing each other with Vesta, the flame of spiritual consciousness. This is the first stargate activation of the crown chakra with Venus as the morning star. So I invite you to pull the holy smoke over you, pulling it over your crown, sending the energy down your back, down your spine, all the way down and around your beautiful bodies, clearing your energy field, asking for the release of anything that no longer serves you. And so I invite you this morning, or whenever you're listening to this activation, to settle yourselves in and make yourselves comfortable, because it's going to bring in some storytelling with Vesta and also the beautiful holy day of Imbolc around February the 4th for us in the Southern Hemisphere. And of course, all of you beautiful creatures that have tuned in from the Northern Hemisphere, welcome. You will be celebrating the holy day of LAMMAS. So I'm in beautiful Wanjerabara country. So I'd like to give honour and thanks to the ancient custodians that walked this land and that tended the sacred mountain and forest, rainforest and waterways where I live. We have the Venus Moon Vesta activation in the feminine earth sign of Capricorn. So it is with deep respect to the ancient wisdom keepers, the earth keepers. And of course, with the celebration of Imbolc, one of the sacred holy days, Imbolc is about the light returning. And Vesta, the asteroid priestess, is the flame of spiritual consciousness. How do we tend to our hearth fire? How do we tend to our emotional gardens? Vesta in modern day times represents our daily devotional practices. And over this particular gateway release, spending time in contemplative silence. Listening to the bird song and spending time out in nature. Explore where Vesta is in your natal chart and what house she is activating. For this particular gateway, the moon, Vesta and Venus all in Capricorn were in the 12th house. We had the gateway of the morning star for us in Australian Eastern Standard Time around 5 o'clock in the morning out to the east. So Venus is now the morning star. You'll be able to see her out to the east before sunrise. So we have started a new Venus cycle. Venus has started the new cycle, the Venus star point in Capricorn. And we have the morning star descent. And then after 9 months, she's in the underworld and she is reborn as the evening star. That is a full 18-month cycle. So you may have felt that you've been in the underworld recently, and that was because of the Venus-Pluto connection. In the actual ceremonial rites, this goes back to the ancient feminine initiation rites of Inanna, Ishtar. and Venus descending as the morning star, she will then spend her time in the underworld meeting her dark sister Ereshkigal. So we're actually in the gateway release. Each lunar month on the balsamic waning crescent, the dark, every lunar month, 28 days, Venus and the balsamic moon will be activating a new chakra release point, a stargate. So in this particular lunar cycle, because Venus is conjunct Vesta to initiate the release portal, Vesta is the flame of spiritual consciousness and how we tend to our hearth fire, how we look after ourselves, our health and our well-being, our devotional practice. How do we feel in relationship to being embodied in our feminine temple, in our physical temple? May also be a beautiful time to anoint a beeswax candle or a candle of your choice and set prayers and intentions so that when you burn or light the candle, sending prayers and intentions to the spirit of the fire to activate the passion, the courage, the intuition, the flame of intuition. With the crown chakra, this may be where we release any self-doubt or where we have second-guessed ourselves in connecting to our own intuition and our own wisdom. I'm talking into the wisdom culture here where we've given our power away to external authorities or external influences that are not necessarily in alignment with our true authentic self, with our own pathways. This is about returning to the pathway of magic and individuation for yourself. Trusting in yourself, your own internal guidance system, and bringing yourself back to center. There has been so much chaos and unrest, despair and suffering out in the world. There is much discombobulation and fracturing that is tearing at the very fabric of our soul, of our spirit. You may be experiencing this in your own personal life, interpersonal relationships around you, in your community. This is a deep tear at the very thread and fabric of humanity, the soul of humanity. And if we can understand that we are humans, we are navigating the subterranean depths of this. There is much that we need to do to come back home to ourselves, to release doubt, to release any judgments, harsh judgments, and also where we have too high an expectation of ourselves and how we show up in the world, how we show up in our lives. It's okay to make mistakes, yeah? And this is about the Capricornian edge around if we feel guilty or if we feel that there is old narratives around being a failure. So take a breath into this and know that the release is in the exhale. Coming back to center does not mean that you need to fix or cure or heal yourself. You are divinely on track. I heard a great quote around Sometimes when we stray from the path of destiny, we actually end up meeting our destiny. So Venus encapsulates beauty, grace, and harmony, and forgiveness of ourselves. We are witnessing and seeing, and you may be feeling for yourself, much despair and hopelessness. There are many beautiful divine souls that have departed from us at this moment in time. You may personally be tuning into the collective grief and loss that is paramount, especially with the crown chakra gateway and the morning star. So flow in the beauty of creativity. As much as you can, bring yourself back to walk with your feet on Mother Earth. Place your hands on her. Allow your eyes to see the beauty around you every day. Even if you can just go out each day and allow your eyes to rest on something that represents beauty for you. Send prayers on the holy smoke and sing into the waters. I anointed myself in sacred ritual this morning with earth from the Celtic Isles and water from a sacred holy well that was gifted to me by Woman of Cedar. And with the approach to Imbolc, with the leading in over the next week, or LAMMAS if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, the Gratitude Harvest Festival, we are all interwoven. We will have the resonance, the energetics of Imbolc, the light bringers, and also LAMMAS, the prayers of gratitude and intentions. And I'm deeply reminded of the Druids, the ancient wisdom keepers, the earth guardians, and what they went through with the Romans infiltrating the Celtic Isles. And much of the wisdom, the ancient teachings, lives on within you. Mugwort is a sacred herb to the Druids. So the sacred lore and teachings of the holy ones, calling on your lineage, your sacred ancestral lineage, with the Capricornian overtone for the new Venus star point, stepping into your agency of self, your individuation, taking nutritional silence, contemplative, devotional practices for yourself, releasing any self-doubt or shame, releasing your need for external approval or validation. When you are truly centered, when you find that center point within you, you know how to self-regulate, and nothing can sway you externally. This is a very hard concept, but I invite you to bring this in as much as you can as part of your daily practices and focus point. So we have the deep honouring of the holy day of Imbolc, sacred to Bridie, the priestesses that tended the sacred flame, the Vesta energies that align with the sacred hetere, the Quadishtu, the holy priestesses that were initiated into the rites of the embodiment of the Shakti energy, the sexual energy of Venus that rises up and engages in deep embodiment with the cosmic, orgasmic creator songs, the creation songs, the origin of Earth herself, Pachamama, Mother Earth. Feeling this deep connection as you send your energies up to the cosmic alignment, the cosmic energy consciousness of Venus, allowing the light codes to flow through your Venus, down through your divine embodiment, anchoring deep through your naked feet on Mama Earth, and sending this down to receive the cellular memory and activation of Pachamama, Earth Mother, her stories, her songs, herself. Bring this as above, so below. Bring this into the meeting point of your center within, your center point. Find this beautiful star activation for yourself. So flow with beauty and creativity and grace, love, beauty, grace, and harmony in the messiness of all of this. Life is pretty messy at the moment for a lot of us. So go with tenderness and grace and sensitivity. We do not have to go down in the Morning Star release to the underworld kicking and screaming. Bring in your wisdom. Bring in the Capricornian resilience and fortitude. Bring in the return to your center point. Feel yourself anchored deeply and grounded in Pachamama, and really look after yourself throughout your devotional practices. You return yourself to home, to hearing the call of the ancient songs, allowing your center point to be strong and fortified. This is a choice here. And be very gentle and tender with yourself on those very sensitive days where there is much tearing around us. So know that there is incredible wisdom that is coming with this journey. We are embarking on a sacred journey that many of the ancient priestesses, healers and midwives, the holy ones, have taken for themselves throughout eons of time. They all looked at Venus and the moon for guidance. So we are tuning in as living, organic, holy souls to tap into our wisdom, our inner compass point. So follow your true North Star on this Gateway release. Much love. Sending out Star Witch blessings to you all on the Venus Moon Vesta Gateway, and Imbolc blessings on the sacred flame.